Scotia White the Evo 7 RS from 2001, despite it being a late 90s marketplace. Who cares? I mean, it was kind of built in the 90s. I guess you could call it that. Let's just go to GT Auto, because I need that oil change. Evos do not function well without one, I'm afraid. Hopefully it doesn't restrict my car. But is it allowed in the 90s race? I don't know. Hey, Alex. How have you been? You're doing good. That's good, my man. It's a bit weird going from DualShock 4 to DualShock 2. The thumbsticks are definitely larger. As it turns out, I've just bought a car for no good reason. So let's buy something else. Sure, 3000 GT will do. In pretty much the same color, why not? Galaxy White Pearl. Alright, let's go here. Let's try this again. And we're in. So, 3 races. Starting at Apricot Hill first. Oil change. Who cares? Alright. We're up against... Oh, this is rather underwhelming. We're up against some crummy little hatchbacks. Well, PS2 fans starting to spoil up now. Let's have a go. I would say awkward. This is 90s stuff. Also, hello, fanboy. Not sure if the oil change has done much. I thought this was 70s stuff. Nah, I did the 70s stuff. I did the 70s stuff. I can't remember, actually. I thought it was 100 stuff. We've already done 80 stuff. Features from 90s cars as well. Hello, Go Man. Also, that's mega understeer. Honda versus Mitsu's, yeah. How much more stuff? Loads to do. There's only 2 championships to do for Japan. Although I am being kept up by crummy little hatchbacks, which is rather disconcerting. Whoa! Easy now. I love this car's engine note. The engine note for the 3000 GT is awesome. I was known as the GTO. VTEC just kicked in. You mean the twin turbos just kicked in? 130 miles an oh! Abusable vents in the game, and that's not something I'm making. I know, because you can get the Motul 350Z over and over again. They're keeping up kind of well-ish. Also, oh god, this is... I'm looking at the left bit of the screen, and this is kind of disorientating. Whoa, brake bias very to the rear. Brake hard and you'll spin, apparently. Jesus. That's severely abusable. I don't think you can have racing cars in those series, though. I can't specifically remember. I mean, I could have used the Toyota 7 if I wanted to for the 70s Cup. So 142. There's a lot of understeer. Mitsubishi's VR4 four-wheel drive system, not the best. Oh god. Under and oversteer right there. Also, the Civic is second. How is that possible? Wow, it didn't actually try and kill me. That's amazing. Also, we have used 1 bar of fuel. Nice. Beautiful through the chicane. .136, 37. Ah, there we go. American Spec GTO. That's not technically true, actually, Alex. Us Westerners got... Us kind of Easterners got the 3000 GT, while America got GTO. And Japan, actually. At least I think so. I've never managed to find out which car has the longest fuel and time mileages in the game. Toyota Prius. Why? Because comfort hards. Come on, game. Here we go. 4 laps of Grand Valley East. Also, I've got a really annoying ulcer. $66 points. You find it hard to love. Why? It looks great. Right, get past the CRX. CRX definitely has the edge up the hill. Integra being shoved into a wall there. Hello, Sylvia. S14. And this is Premiere. Excuse me, Premiere. There's a Mazda 323F. What have they been working on recently? Crap! They've been given the nickname the Cadillac of Japan. No, the Chrysler of Japan. I.e., they're plasticky, they're not very good, they're overpriced, and they're pointless. They're in pretty serious financial trouble as well. Oh god, I should have broke. Yes, they really should have just kept the Lancer as Lancer Evo and not have what is essentially a Mitsubishi Colt with 2 more doors. Oh god, the Space Star. The Outlander's just is now a plug-in hybrid. And the L200 is... it doesn't look very good. It doesn't help that, yeah, the ASX looks terrible. The, we do have the Mitsubishi Colt, which looks truly dreadful. The Eclipse... The Eclipse, the new one, is just a crossover SUV, which looks bad. They're sinking their teeth into trends with the wrong names. The Eclipse was a two-door mini sports car. Now a crossover because no one knows. I remember some of Mitsubishi's older cars, like the Galantis, or the Galantis. I don't know what it was, but it looked odd, and it always looked really decent. And look at the old Pontiac Aztec. Now, it isn't that ugly. It's just pointless. It will never star in Breaking Bad. Let's just put it at that. I mean, hey, at least the Aztec had aspirations. But God. He turned into a collectible thanks to Walter White and his Aztec. Is that it's petrol only? Yeah, that's a shame. If its only aspiration is the fact that it looks is that it's got a petrol engine. I'll look into that, fanboy. I'll see which ones I like and whatnot. Anyway, time for an image. Let's have an image of the Integra because that looks cool. Need more light. That'll do. Delicious amino acids. Nearly the same stats. Maybe. Who knows? Alright, next up is Twin Ring Matiga, the East Circuit. Or is this the short... no, it would be the East Circuit, wouldn't it? That's the second shortest track. It's in the middle of Twin Rings. No, it's... yes, East Circuit. Don't know why it's called the Short Circuit, because it just isn't. It's a completely different pit lane, a completely different straight. But, you know, welcome to Polyphony. There's an FTO in this. 57 A-spec points. Now, of course, the AI likes to brake very early here. That's my number. Well, number 57. Well, I get past the Prelude in a actually really nice looking mint green. That's a lot of understeer, and that's the gravel trap. You, crummy little coupe, push me. Okay, fine. Wow, that broke sharp. Good evening to you, Romain. You were too minty. Out of the way, FTO. Tarmac race. And you lost. You were too minty and lost control. I'm doing well, thank you, man. There's an MR2 and there's a Civic EG. That creates semi-randomly. So they kind of follow the same path, only at the same time they don't. I'm dragged by a Civic. I don't know. I'm gonna get this guy. It will be the same tracks. Ah, I see. Out of the way, Nissan. Well, I'm leaving it to die now. Yes, Hamilton is now a 6-time champion. Drag Race to Primera, no. Noobson. Yes, Hamilton is now a 6-time F1 champion. So was I. I was really hoping Max Verstappen would get it, but of course, Mercedes and their budget allows a champion. I don't know, Romain. But I am so bored of seeing Lewis Hamilton on top. Did you get the PS4? Yes, I did, Daniel. I streamed it last night, in fact. A playoff system or something. Maybe. They won't allow it though. I mean, 2021 seasons are going to be a lot closer. The fact they're going to be restricting budgets means that budget teams can actually compete. I can't remember actually, Go Man. Alright, there we go. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate Hamilton. No doubt he is an incredible talent, but it's so boring now seeing Mercedes. Yeah, I'm starting to get turned off, but McLaren has been upgrading their cars quite a lot, so maybe we'll finally see McLaren back up the podiums again next year. I seriously doubt it, though, because, I mean, let's face it. Mercedes have got the highest budget out of any F1 team. They've got a higher budget than Ferrari. Re-signing with Honda? No. McLaren are actually re-signing. They're signing a deal with Mercedes to use their engines in 2021. It's either 2021 or 2020. Alright, night racing at Route 5 reverse. Come on, take the slipstream. I mean, right now, I think it's only Red Bull and Toro Rosso that have got the exclusive contracts to Honda's engines. And they have been proving to put up quite a serious fight, actually. Ow. Excuse me, 323. You fell asleep on the stream. Nah, don't worry about it, man. I normally fall asleep on a lot of other people's streams, and that is because I'm knackered. Whoa! Loss of control right there. Got kicked off in IndyCar. Ouch. I bet I woke up when it ended. Oh no. Right, slipstreaming now. Come on, turbo, spool up. I'm catching the MR2. What is that? It's a Mirage Cyborg. Out the way. Oh, that's only for the oil change. I'll change the oil soon enough. It's not that it's odd driving it in reverse. I've driven it in reverse so many times at this point. In all GTs. That doesn't just include GT2 and 3. I think GT1 had a couple of races where this was in reverse. Route 11 is odd. Yeah. It's a shame we don't have Route 11 on this. Good turning. Leaving the AI to die now. Thanks to superior brakes and handling. At least when the tyres are warm. Route 10 is God. I don't have GT5. I don't miss GT3's Route 11. I do miss GT1's Route 11 because it had the underground bus stop chicane, which was nice. Hello, Grump. How are you? I'm doing very well. Route 10 exists in all GT games from GT5 onwards. Ooh, that is nice and tight. It was telepathy going through there. Stuck to the line. Although at this point, it's not really sticking to anything. And finish. As normal, the AI doesn't know where it's going. In fact, it's reversing into a wall. Stupid bloody robot. Alright, another $3 grand for me. You need an oil change. Yeah. It doesn't need it. I'll change it after the event. You had all afternoon playing Euro Truck Simulator. Meanwhile, I was at work. Austin Powers reversing back there. No, Austin Powers somehow paralleled it in a narrow corridor. Alright, last race. There's a Celica GT4. Was that an SS2? Well, got my answer. It's an SS2. So welcome to 90's Fuji. That's a 200SX. You had 15 million euros in your Euro truck business? Nice. Gotta be careful. Oh lordy. Remember, it's very rearward brake bias. I'm not cutting the chicanes. That's only if drastic measures are needed. Also, the front tires seem to be wearing out pretty quick. Oh god, the burps are back. That's never good. Also, my foot's slipping off my sofa bed. Alright. Straight line performance, here we go. 120. 130. French garages and the best trucks and drivers. Nice. Hey, Stephen, how are you? Oh, yes. 3000 GT Roos! We can only hope, Grump. And I want it to be the original. Not the botched one that they made in GT3. Six seconds ahead. I don't have words about it yet. It was confirmed to be in the works a couple of years ago, actually. They're just a little more focused on GT Sport as is, thanks to the events that they've been holding. I don't know how many years until it's out. I reckon it'll be a launch title for the PS5. Maybe a year after. Either way, I might get a PS5 before buying a PS5. Dude, I got a PS4 before the PS5 comes out, so what have they changed in GT3? What, for Route 11? For Route 11, they got rid of the underground bus stop chicane, and they replaced it with two super tight hairpins and a very tiny chicane. Well, rumors are the PS5 will cost the same as the PS4 on launch. It's going to cost £1,000. Well, considering Sony's botched PR and prices in Southern America, where it was the equivalent of £872 compared to the Xbox at launch, which was about a regional a more reasonable £280, at least converted. And that's in Southern America. Oh god, that was a pretty beautiful drift actually through the chicane. Yeah, that was well, that was mainly because it had brand new technologies that were unheard of. Unheard of in consoles, like a Blu-ray player. It also had motion sensing controls. The problem was hardly anyone took advantage of it, and it was very complicated to make games for. It was a lot harder than the Xbox 360, resulting in some of the games looking god-awful compared to it. Amino acids. Alright. Yeah, HD DVD, that was it. I didn't play GT1 much. Your childhood sucked. I absolutely love that game. Speaking of... Oh, yes. Anismo 400R. Eventually Blu-ray won. No, it won almost immediately because no one adopted HD DVD.